Hey everybody, welcome to DADBEAR.Downtime. Apologize for the delay, but we are going to get started on our one day at a time of Space Engineers Survival playthrough. Marvin, welcome. Good to see you again. Appreciate the patience. And I'll let you know right now, there's a possibility we might get interrupted by some more phone calls, but we'll work through that when we get to it. So go ahead and here our title card. All right. So those of you who saw the post, you can see that we got a lot of work done off camera, and the majority of that work was, of course, the stuff I had on the list, which was relocating the grav generators so that we weren't increasing our odds of death by entering high gravity fields, and then attaching the starboard side ward of Lothian, similar to how we did the port side. And you can kind of see where our grav generators are located and how those gravity fields now are aligned. They are very nearly, like I said, very nearly adjacent to each other. There's a tiny bit of overlap, but I set the gravity for each of those generators at 1/2 G. So the highest gravity we will see produced from the ship at any given time, the highest gravity we'll see is 1. And that's in these small areas of overlap that you see in the nacelles on the side. That is our footprint, our gravity footprint. I tried to keep it small. This involved shutting down one gravity gen. I actually got rid of the gravity gen in the nose of the former blunderbuss. I relocated the gravity generator on Shepherd's Pride. I moved it forward so that it was more center to the ship and I could cover the nose, at least what I feel is the important part of the nose. You can see there's a tiny little bit on each side that is not covered. Not anything I'm concerned about. I feel at some point I'm going to get tired of waiting to do it, and I'm going to get rid of that former Ember torpedo Corvette edition. I also relocated the gravity generators in each of the ward of Lothians, and we'll take a moment to show you that. Actually, let me go ahead and turn those grav gen fields off. Now that you've seen them, you don't need to see them anymore. I'll show you what we did. As you can see, our artificial gravity is 50% right now, so it's a 1/2 G. As we go down, like I said, we will cross a point where we hit 1 G. It's going to be very small. Maybe not. Okay. Thought we would. Thought we'd already seen it. We might not, because I jumped. Alright. See what I did with grav gens here. You need to make adjustments to the timer blocks that will shut all of the doors. So, wrong way. The gravity generators were originally located at far end in the engineering section of the ship. I'm going to say the deep engineering. We'll call it the bowels of engineering. Way back here, not in the enclosed space. So they are normally located right here in this spot. Toward the back, And what that does is, unfortunately, it causes that to be the center of our gravity field. So to reach the front, you have to extend the gravity field quite a ways, and that also means that it extends quite a ways to the rear, which is not necessary. So what I did is I moved the generator up. This is, okay, what's that? Move the generator into our new sub-engineering cells, the lateral movement thrusters, and I placed it here. This moved the center further out so that I could narrow the field. It also moved it forward enough that I could shorten the field and not cover so much open space. So, and I did that on both sides. So that is how we got our gravity fields aligned. Let's see. Afternoon, gotta do what you gotta do. Yeah. It's much more balanced. Yeah, it does. It looks a lot better. And by setting each of the gravity gens at a lower number, we run much less risk of what I'm going to use the word grounding ourselves with an unexpected gravity change. So that was great. I did the same thing. We've got the exact same setup over here, just the opposing side. Thrusters are relocated and all. I think I did something over here that I did not do on the other side, and I think it has to do with this shaping around the thruster. Let me do a quick look. No, we did. We're good. Okay, so we're symmetrical there. I have not made the adjustments on the heat vents on the starboard side here, but those will be done when we get the chance. So we got it together. We have a huge ship, and in the post I mentioned that we may have to make some changes for piloting sake, just because a ship this long, that is the primary issue, the length of the ship. It is creating issues. So I can't remember if that is pressurized or not. Let me go to the front just to make sure. It's more oxygen than we need to. Oh, and I think I also have this. I think this gate is open, right? Yeah. I moved the chigger out. Chigger's parked in the tunnel now, the main body. We have some repairs to do to the chigger because it got bumped around at some point. I want to demonstrate the challenge, though, with the piloting. And it's two different things. Our maneuverability has been severely curtailed by the additional mass as well as the shape of the ship, the length. Okay? As you can see, at the front of the ship, which is where our primary bridge is, I can barely get the whole ship visible. I mean, it fills the screen. I mean, this is literally as far back as I can zoom, and sometimes it doesn't even want to give me that. So, like right here, this is what's been happening. I don't know why it worked a minute ago. That was about as close as it was going to get. So, see, this is. And that to me is kind of an issue. The other thing, we have phenomenal forward thrust. Great acceleration for a ship this size. Fantastic. It slows down almost faster. But if we're going to try to turn, I'm even starting this with movement, which means it's easier for the gyros to do its thing. You can see how slowly we are turning. And it is taking some time to build up the momentum to continue this. I'm also trying to turn the ship with my mouse right now. Nothing. So, there's a left turn. And heading back to the right now. Give it a little punch to help speed up the... This is seriously the fastest we're going to be able to turn. So we have to do something about that. I am not comfortable with that. And that means we are going to have to... We're not going to shed any mass. We're not really going to shed any mass. That's not going to happen. Okay? We're going to have mass. The only way we can really improve that is to increase the strength of our maneuvering, which means adding more gyros. It would be great if we had some Prototech gyros. We unfortunately do not at the time. And we can't be sure when we'll get the opportunity to get those. There are only 2 that I'm aware of. And again, we've had limited... we haven't seen all of the global encounters yet, so it's hard to predict on when we'll see that. But we haven't seen the large grid gyros. Now, if we were able to get a hold of one of those assemblers, we could do it. We could make them. We may have enough parts, Prototech parts, to do that, but not an option at this moment. So, again, the loss of maneuverability, most of it comes from the length of the ship. Space Engineers physics has been very well documented. No matter where the gyros are placed, they always work from the center of mass. But when you spread the length out, the more mass that is at the ends, it does affect. Splitsy did a great video of that with 2 different rotating grids, both with the same PCU, same block count, same rotational settings, same, gyro strength, everything like that, but just with the mass either located centrally or whether it was located at the ends. And it's just the way Space Engineers physics works. It's probably a more realistic physics representation than some of the stuff in Space Engineers. It takes a lot more time and effort to move one where the mass is spread out on a length. And we have exceptional length right now. So we're going to have to add some gyros. It's going to be tough. And I still don't know how much it's going to help. So we of course have plenty of room to add gyros. It's just a matter of where do we want, what do we want to compromise to do that? So We also need to continue our greebling of our additions to get everything lined, kind of closed in. It's not that we're trying to make the tube airtight. That is not the purpose of that. But we are trying to... There we go. Taking a little while, but we got it. Okay, perfect. But we are gonna... We do want to get these gaps here filled in. And we want to do it appropriately. We don't want it to be ad hoc. We've got to get the material out of this, back into the ship. So we can break this down. This is where I've parked the chigger for right now. The work that needs to be done to the chigger is right here. So we lost our remote control capability and that kind of stuff. So we lost our projector. So I have to temporarily place a projector in there. I'll probably put it here on the back so that we can do that. Sides have been cleared out. I think you guys already knew that. And we do have the inboard sides of the Warlothians have to be greebled in. And I know Morbin, you and I were trying to figure out, like, trying to brainstorm the best way. We would, of course, like to have an enclosed transit from one nacelle to the other, or to the center of the ship. We will have to figure that out. I would like it to be enclosed. So, just to see. Catch up here. See, what a mess the other day. Yeah. At least there's plenty of space to relocate the bridge. Having it that far forward. Having it that far forward will hold real quick. I think I'm just brain fog today. Get that far forward. This ship does look, I mean, it does look good. I think this was probably the better, outline as far as, you know, if we're doing, oh, get old real quick. Okay. No, don't worry about it, Marvin. I'm not exactly, sleep saturated myself. So no, I do think it looks good. This is a challenge for me just because I have not ever operated a ship this large. The Atom Heart was big, like foreignly big to me. The concept of trying to pilot a ship that large, and I don't think the Atom Heart holds a candle to this. So anyway, that is stuff we are going to have to do. Those are crippled in. Probably go ahead. I'm going to leave that door open. I'll leave that door open for right now. I've thought about putting, since we do have some spaces that are subject to in here, our button control panels have a hangar doors and a depressurization control. On the other side of the door, above the entrance to the pod hangar, is another button control, but it only has one button, and that is hangar doors. It doesn't have a depressurize or anything like that. I think that's something that needs to be changed. Maybe even event controllers or lights that indicate the space is depressurized, which to me makes common sense. That should not be a ridiculous thing. There's a lot of updates we're going to have to do as far as naming conventions. I think fortunately, I don't know if I did on the other one. Anyway, I tried to get, before connecting everything, have the blocks associated with their particular ship. That way we know when we're trying to get everything consistent, naming convention across, we know what things are coming from what nacelle or whatnot. But again, a lot of stuff to take care of. I think I am going to this Thunderhelm has material in it that I think we want to leach. We want to take before we try selling it. So to double check that. Lockers. Oh, I need to go through and repair all the guns so we can get the ammo. Yeah, this has got loot in it that we want to take care of. That is a ton of. Wonder if I already pulled some out of here. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and take this. Go ahead and move it outside. We'll do the repairs on the guns. I'll have to go through all the small containers, drop everything into the big container, and then we'll try hooking this up. And if nothing else, transferring its contents over so that we can go ahead and sell this. Trying to think of where this is going to hook up best. Probably. It end up being on the. I think it's going to be on the. We lost a lot of controls on this. I'm not sure. It is. Toolbar just seems to be missing a whole lot. The Factorum warship only sometimes has the gyros correct. Actually, I think the Factorum warship is the one you can count on to have. And the only reason I say that is because I don't think it has. I might be incorrect. I will say that right off the bat. I might be incorrect about this, but I think it has. It doesn't have any other. You know what? I'm not gonna make a sweeping statement without knowing for sure. To my knowledge, those ships, the big ships, the high-profile transport, and the warship are, to my knowledge, those are the only ones that have those gyros. And of course, they're some of the hardest to get. I think I can do this. Why? Lined up. Whoa, wrong way. This won't be too hard of a bump. A little bit. I think we'll get in there. There we go. Oh, no. Starboard dock. Suspending. Yep. Not used for parking. Okay. So from here, I feel like we should be able to pull the materials out. I'm not going to worry about. I was gonna say I'm not going to worry about everything in here, but I think some of those control seats might have some stuff in them. Okay, this we're going to take. Oh, that's a cargo. Lockers. Okay. Let's go ahead and give us large cargo. That is not the one we want to throw it into. 1, 2, 3. Where are all of those cargo containers? Oh, I know what those are. Okay. Those have to be the ones on the warts. Yeah, it's got to be it. That's strange. This will work though. Okay. So I'll have to pull that out of the reactor myself and then get all this stuff out of there. Okay. So let's go ahead and do that. Make sure there's nothing in. All right. I feel like I'm moving so slow. That's right. All right. Bridge is cleared. Let's go put this. Down here. Up and get this stuff emptied out. believe there was anything in the beds. There we go. Really? Oh, small inventory. This one is driving me nuts. Tool haul. Nothing here. Amplifiers. Here. These should get pulled away. They should. Let's see. What else do we have? We get the uranium. Okay. Some lockers up here. Okay. There's nothing available in these but steel plate. Should not be blocking me. Should be able to do that. No. Okay. I know this is probably an issue. We're trading this in. I don't think we've got anything else. I think that's everything except for ammo. Yeah. Okay. Perfect. All right, let's go ahead and take this out. Make sure I just didn't pass. It's off. Okay, off. Good. Okay, so all we should have to do now is go out, repair the artillery turrets. The big turrets. We'll go out and repair the big turrets, and then we can go ahead and take the material out of them. Should be able to get one more. Can't remember if I've turned off. I need to turn off use conveyor on all of these. Been looks like they've already been refilled, but I may be wrong. Got the interior turrets. Yeah, okay. See, that one's already been refilled. Refilled. Yeah, ridiculous. Okay. If good input it's in here. That's my phone. It's just my notes today. I need a minute. We'll be right back. Wrong title card there, huh? Dealing with healthcare providers is ridiculous. Oh. Bottoms, I haven't done the sides. That's what I need to do. Just give me 3, right? Oh, I got them all. Might be able to get another one. We only got one more after this. Yeah, there we go. Drop this off. There's 2 there. Oh, crap. I forgot about those. Get this guy. Have one. It's only on the Warlodians. It has the gun on the front. Oh, I'm not gonna be able to get all. Maybe I'll be able to get all these. Just the one. I think that's the last guy. All right, thanks, hon. It did. All right, thank you. To my knowledge, that should be all of the materials there. The last thing would be these containers. Let's see if I can get... All right, those open. Those open. Second, guys. I'm gonna give a little vent, guys. But bear with me. I'm a pretty... I think it's an easily a verified description of me as being a homebody. I don't, other than my Jeep stuff, not a whole lot. I spend a lot of time at home. And, being retired military, I kind of have a small social circle. So I don't get very many phone calls. But you'd think I got drafted for the NFL. The number of phone calls I got today. My phone just keeps ringing. I have no idea why. All of a sudden, I'm getting all of these phone calls. And driving me crazy. And that's almost... It's all in here. This should all get sucked up to the ship. Last thing we need to check here is we don't have any containers up there. We may have a container or two in here. I cannot recall. Nope, doesn't look like we do. All right, so the hangar should be the only place we have any materials in containers. We'll do a quick check of these. And then we should be able to sell this ship. Being popular is not as great as one may think. Oh my goodness, yeah. Especially the older you get, you know? There we go. That's not bad. I will take that. That should all get pulled. Alright, I think that's going to be it. Yep. Why does that artillery turret and that assault cannon have ammo in it? I still have 2 assault cannons. Where is that? Trying to think. Ready. No. No. I don't understand that. No. Thing shouldn't have anything in it. Where they're at. Come on. Not that. And those. Yeah, nacelles. Ugh. Frame to grab. I don't believe I do. I don't think I got room to grab this one. should do it. Yep. Awesome. Okay. Let's get... Let's get this guy over and sold. One. Starboard side dock. Did. Have auto law. No, it's not gonna. Lock. Probably could have tried to take some hydrogen off of this, but I honestly don't think we need it. Let's see. Whenever my phone rings or there's a knock on the door these days, I freeze like a deer in the headlights. Very rarely happens. It freaks me out when it does. Just had a lot of stuff we're trying to get straightened out. Wasn't even sure I was going to be able to get on today, but I was like, you know what? I'm looking at it, and it's like I can sit around and wait to hear from these people. Which I never did get the callbacks for the messages that I left, but it was funny. I could call them again, and I get somebody. Got get something set up with a vet for one of our pets. So it's like not only like my stuff, but we're also dealing with like the pets and everything. So. So we are going to rat purchasing Thunderhelm 1.05 billion. Can't remember. Does the hydrogen get included in the payout when you sell it? I do believe it does. It's not. It's like, it's not. It's not as. It doesn't make all that much difference in the sell price, but I do believe it gets included in it. The Wayfarer. These little guys on here. I got to get out of here too. Yep, Wayfarer's got it. Besides the jump drive, the Wayfarer should sell for, I'm going to say, a surprising amount, just because it's got the jump drives. Let's get us to this. Nope, I was wrong. Okay. So I'm going to sell this to best place to go here. Got it. dirt right here. Man. All that. Ton of bottles this time too. Oh, come on. That's ridiculous. Done. Should just fill up the train spark and bring the train spark over. KBW's coming. This little guy's coming. I forget what his name is. Suicide drone. It's not a drone, it's a grid, but it's mostly forward thrust. Ooh. I think I saw that. I saw something there that looked good. That's good. So that one is up, up. Phone just going off. Do not get it. This must be all on one side. It must be a tube that is messed up. Wayfarer has this interesting. No, it's all these. Wonder if junction. It's a disabled dadgummit. No, there's not enough. I'm going to say there's not enough in there for me to worry about it. Let's get the train spark out of here. It's damaged. I wonder why that's damaged. Huh. 2. Okay. Should not be. That should not be in discharge mode. That should be in auto. Very strange. Just weird. All right. Turn that off. Thrusters.
All right, starting crash timer now.
What? I only have one? See, this makes no sense to me. Ugh. all the large thrusters were off. They were all separated. Makes no sense. Okay. Missing some thrust. Pretty sure there was more lateral thrust than that. Got this. You're talking about grinding down a control seat and losing all the shortcuts on the thing? Yeah. I accidentally did the cockpit in this thing. I lost all the controls. And of course, it's got a rear mounted cockpit. It's supposed to use a camera out the front. And I don't have that. So... all three, good to go. Everything turned off. Dealing with the health department. Let's see. There it is. Hydrogen, not substantial. Yeah, it's not a substantial amount on the value. Dealing with health department generally, which someone else could deal with, and gets frustrating sometimes. Yeah. Unfortunately, it's of course my healthcare provider who is who's being, you know, my health insurance, we'll say, that's being they're not doing themselves any favors doing some of this, doing the stuff they're doing. I was finally able to get a doctor to put in an order for a referral to get me out in town to see, or to get a MRI done on my shoulder. And
Finally, we've been here for ages.
anyway, the so they go ahead and set me up with a referral for a place out of town that does not do MRIs. So it's like, okay. Call them and let them know, hey, place you referred me to doesn't do MRIs. And like, all right, we'll schedule you. Do you mind traveling a little bit? And I was like, no, I don't mind traveling a little bit. Okay. We got this place. I'm like, all right. Set it up. I waited. They said, give them a call in about 10 minutes. They'll have the fax ready to go. Set up the appointment. So I pull them up so I can make the phone call. And that place is closed. It's not even open. So they sent a referral to a place that's permanently closed. It's fantastic. It's awesome. Anyway. That's the ridiculousness of it. So I agree with the single large reactor versus so many small ones. I just think the way the Wayfarer is designed is that it's just not a. Wait a minute. I was really hoping that that was going to be a. May have to raise. Yeah, I can probably raise that connector at some point. I'm gonna do it right now. I'll just park inside. Park inside the tube. But with the Wayfarer being a long-range deep space exploration or expedition vehicle, they put more value on making room for the jump drives. It's got 3. It has either 3 or 4 jump drives. So to make room, I think, to have the jump drives and to keep the relatively, I'm going to say, slim design of the ship. Oh man, it's about to get loud. Maybe it won't get loud. We'll see. It's kind of cool being able to fly into the body of this ship. Oh yeah, too close. First of all, I don't even know if I can get any damage because I've got part of the ship is inside the safe zone. So I'm not even sure if I need to do this, but we're gonna try. I'm gonna get out here and try to help at least. It's quite a flurry going on there. Monarchs. I need to be careful. I don't want to get shot. I'm gonna get killed by my own ship. Friendly fire. He got clipped. I hit again. Clipped. Let's see what we got here. Make sure we're not damaging ourselves. Oh, Indy's gone. Don't see any damage. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, there's no signal showing up on this guy. Got his antenna. He's in a bad place. Come on, buddy. Oh yeah, he's in terrible shape. He should be getting lit up, but he's not. There we go. Oh, and he's gone. There he is. He got pretty close before they started shooting. I might need to go in and check the ranges on those turrets. It might still not be at max. Not seeing any damage to the ship from friendly fire, so... Oh, he just went through the... Now he went out. Might be out of control. He's doing the loop. Oh, so annoying. Out this way now. It's getting lit up. I don't... And he's gone. Okay. US thrusters would have gone with the core of the ship. Surprise, surprise. What kind of... Let's see. I kind of run around, makes... sort things out. Like the mosquito. Cool looking little ship. Yeah, that little guy, that's why I decided to keep it. I was like, it's not like it was like, ooh, you know, it's like awesome, but it was like, it's kind of, you know, if I get stuck out somewhere, I can try to go out and like, if I'm not in a place where, you know, we can get away or whatnot, and I have to go out and try to fight, dogfight, you know, I could take that. Like I said, I don't know how long it's gonna... I can't remember what the flight time on this thing is. It's, of course, having the... Pat. It's called Pat. There we go. It's off. Yep. Off. At that. And the last one is the kite. W. Go ahead and sell the Wayfarer. See what we get for it. I expect because it's got at least one functional... has at least one functional jump drive. See what the front... If it's got one, it's got two functional jump drives. There's the other one. And there might be one under that. I'm not entirely sure. Like I said, I think it's got... I'd say 2 to 4. Because it's got 2 on the bottom, and I don't know how many it's got in it. Wayfarer prototype. $500 million, that's not bad. Second, guys. Ring camera is convinced that there's a person in our driveway. It's not. I have a theory on what it might be. Just gotta. Alright, Wayfarer prototype. with a bill. We're going to sell that. Small grid. Some of these might be stuff I just haven't named yet, so I'm not going to touch those. So the kite EW says a soft spot in my heart, the ship. It is from the Space Pirate section. It's kind of bulky. It is very maneuverable. Well, sorry, it turns really fast. I'm not going to call it super maneuverable because it doesn't always get great thrust. It doesn't have great down thrust. It's got fantastic side-to-side thrust, which makes me think it's more meant for you to sit, do your business, and move side to side to dodge things. But the cool thing that this thing does, and you've bought one of these, you're probably already aware of this, but you hit the projector button. Okay. So that's what this is supposed to be. This is supposed to be like a cloak shield or a electronic countermeasure that in theory would make it harder to target. What you see is actually larger than the actual ship. So if you were trying to shoot it, you might not hit the more important parts. And that's the idea there. As EW, of course, stands for electronic warfare, and there are many different facets to electronic warfare. This one uses the laser antenna, I think, to simulate a laser targeting system. Anyway, it is a cool idea. That why am I going so fast? This was so dumb. And I'm going to try to... Yeah, I'm going to try to park this thing. Silly of me. Try to put it right on that little connector down there for right now. Anyway, so... This, of course, is going to block just about anything coming out of the hangar from going in or coming out. Yeah, this little ship is kind of a nostalgic grip for me. Knocked. Turn that off. Go ahead and charge the battery. Don't need that stuff on. Yeah, we're good. And I think that's the last of those that we're grabbing. Yeah, we've sold everything else. We can now take... Got this stuff up here to grab. Where to get this? Oh, I didn't. There we go. scoot it out. Make sure it hasn't pulled anything else, and we'll go ahead and start taking it down. Don't need this in here.
Warning. Please check inventory for extraneous tools. No matter how hard you push, that will never fit.
Probably regret that right there. Might be able to get 53. Yeah, I should be able to get that. Okay. And lastly, we need to get this guy unloaded. So much stuff. Actually, no, I need to take this out. Need that. Should not need displays. We're going to be using some of those plates. That's why I'm not taking this thing, unloading it. I mean, it's 12,000 plates. It's a lot of plates, but we'll be using that to make in the, you know, to fill in the gaps and such. So, all right. Other thing I want to do, turn the grav generator. Off. Off. Go. Okay. Shit may be safe slightly in the safe zone, but you aren't. Yeah. Always awesome watching all that firepower. Yeah. It's pretty cool. It's like watching Blitzy. Assertive acquisitions, I forget what they call their big carrier, like when it goes off, all those guns just going nuts. Another cool looking ship. Replace all those large thrusters with proto thrusters. Oh my goodness. Yeah, need a lot of power. Yeah, I'll be honest, it's like Kite EW. Train Spark, I think, would actually make a pretty good candidate for proto thrusters also. This guy's damaged, so that. All this stuff can be. It's got a lot of stuff that needs to be taken care of on it. We didn't lose the large reactor, which was important. I think this is just a large. I think this is a large cargo container. I think. Pretty sure. I am actually quite a fan of the Train Spark. I know a lot of people are like, I mean, it's old too. I mean, it's not. It's not new by any stretch. But I like the Train Spark. I actually took it and made it into a ground rover that actually turned out to be pretty good. And then before I saved the blueprint, I did some testing with it and got it all shot to crap. So whole normal DADBEAR stuff. Forgetting to blueprint his stuff. Let's see. That's good. That needs to be put up. Yeah, it's missing the whole back leg system. Not leg. Well, it's not a leg. It's something else. It's have anything in this? Hey, look at that. I do. That. I'll try to grab all this stuff. I don't think I'll be able to get it all. Oh, I did. Awesome. But yeah, it's missing some key components, like to its look. It doesn't, I mean, it doesn't ruin the, but you can kind of tell, like, the way this front is, that it seems like there's something missing back here in the back. Yeah, and it is. So. I don't need to take that out of the build planner. Might be able to get that, yep. It's damaged. It's damaged. Not damaged, but it needs work. Alright. So, before G was, I can get rid of that. Get rid of that. Some lag. Why? So dumb. Ah, it's my fault, but it's dumb. This was good, right? Yep. Pretty sure that's a large container. Although there's a part of me that says, wait a minute, it might not be a large container because large containers only have 3 large conveyor ports on them. Although this is all kind of like circulated in, so I don't know if it would really matter much. Maybe it'll fill that with some useful stuff. We got there. Rear plate, need that. Yeah, let's take a look at that. course, I could just throw the projector on it. We would know the answer right away. Yeah. This guy will tear you up if you're not paying attention during that pirate encounter. He can mess you up. He's got another buddy. I say that like I'm angry about it. He's a pretty cool build too. I'm not really complaining about him that much. Come on, man. There we go. Yeah, like the train spark. Of course, we're gonna have to figure out a way to dock these guys. So, right. Okay, so from here, we've got that stuff sold. We've got all our ships kind of put away. We need to figure out where we are going to load up our gyroscopes. So we're going to need a lot. These guns don't really need to be here. I mean, I could fill in. I could just like tuck gyros wherever I can find a spot to put them. And for all intents and purposes, they should. I mean, I figure they should go in the main body here. Okay. I mean, I could fill a portion of these platforms. Good run along both sides here. That's not my first choice. I can tuck 4 in right there. I can get 4 in right there. 4 in right there. 4 in right there. And it doesn't even count the stuff we could put in the actual engineering room. There is room down here. I mean, that's already a bunch of gyros right down there. We could pull those little interior turrets out and add another row. We can add some in this space. Haven't really decided what this space is going to be for yet. So, of course, we've got that's airlock. We got room in here where the jump drives are. We got this big old empty space we can put stuff into. Although I'd kind of like to be able to do something else with this, like make it interesting. But we have places we could tuck, like we could tuck gyros. But I may need to get rid of that gun too. Or move it. One or the other. True, what would... That would mean one side would not be conveyed. Are you talking about when I was saying the train spark? Sorry, I should have looked at the chat sooner. Is it true that would mean one side would not be conveyed? I think you're talking when I was saying that the large cargo container, small grid, only has the 3 large spare ports on it. It actually would go all the way around, just because of the way they've got the conveyor junction set up. But it is an odd thing because it's a not symmetrical setup. It leaves a couple of gaps, and again, that might be places we can put things, but how many large hatches does that new cargo container have? One of those fit in that space. Hatches. Oh, the modular. I know the one you're talking about. Yep. I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know if it would fit in that space or not. I want to say that that's a little bit longer. Yeah. You're right, it would go around, but it's weird. New challenge of owning and operating such a massive ship. Yeah. It's a good thing I'm not running out of... I'm not having any issues with... Okay, so this is not the main cockpit. See, from here... Now this is right at the base. This is in that little hump there on the top. That's where we're sitting right now. And I can get to the back of the ship when I fly this way. Ugh. Just don't know. I don't think this is really an ideal spot for cockpit, but really like. Anybody know the what's the difference in power? Sorry, yeah, what's the prototech gyros are how many times more powerful than a vanilla gyro? Good. I think you guys are gonna like what I did with these spaces in the strings attached scenario. Still working on that ship. Yeah, the end of March is starting to quickly fade away as a possibility for that series starting, just with everything that's kind of been going on. See, this is unfortunately, to me this is the better view from the cockpit for flying the ship. Okay. Ooh. Huh. Let's see, that's 3, 5. 2 blocks. So that's 7. 7 blocks long. Yeah, too far. It's gotta be a large. I mean, it has to be a large. And there's... Yeah, it's gotta be it. And there's up here, you got a small hole. Which to me just screams, you know, yeah, it's got to be a large. Is this enlarged? This should not be on large form. There we go. Any of those have the small hole openings? I don't see it. That one doesn't. It would make it so much easier to see and understand if they had just turned, and I'm going to say that one right there. If they had just turned that junction box sideways so that the small holes were showing, then it would just say, okay, this is where it's supposed to go. Wrong. I don't even know why I did that. Dumb. Alright, let's go ahead. Small. Let's grab a large cargo container here. We'll see how this works. Any more. Almost clipped the door. Oh, that would have been. I feel like I think I have this stuff now. So you have gap there. Here we have gap. What is... one. Oh, it's a little annoying because I feel like some better use of some of these would have worked just fine. But okay, so I want a small one on the top. Oh. Okay, so there we got big on top. We got small on top there, small on the bottom. Right side's connected. Not the left side, that would have sucked. Okay, so we gotta change that. Rotation. There we go. Okay. So she got small on the top. Here. Ugh. Just screwed it up, didn't I? That's good. Okay. Yeah. Alright, I'm just gonna put that there. We'll see. What do we get? What do I have in my inventory then? My goodness. Jeez. I don't think I'm going to need that. Let's go ahead and throw these in over here. Grab the last of those. I feel like that's what filled that space. Still does not change our lateral movement problem. Which really just, there are not a lot of, there's just not a lot of side thrust at all. Three on each side. Arms. Well, I kind of have an idea. I could fill this with 2 more here, attached to that guy. It's going to leave a connection for the rebuilt arm. Do the same on this side. It's going to give us 4 more side thrust. I don't know what we got here. Let's take a look, see what we got behind that. Oh, that's something. Oh, that's the O2H2 gen. Okay. That won't work. Oh my goodness. Just go. Craziness. Yeah, probably. That may be where the thrusters were lost. Maybe it wasn't up there. I think it was here. I think there were 2 thrusters that were set up here, and then the trailing arm that I was telling you about that's missing from this. Like I said before, if I just go ahead and put the projector in, we would be able to see what this is supposed to be. We'll get it figured out. Guys, it's been a couple of hours. Like I said, I got at least 1 more phone call to make. Hopefully before anything closes on the East Coast. So, I hope, I mean, if you stopped in to check to see how we're doing, I hope you got a chance to see the progress we made with our mergers. We've cleared the shipyard of the stuff we had sitting around. All of the ships that we're keeping, they're parked. We do still have a lot of work to do. I will try to come up with a dedicated plan for the gyros. If you have an idea or a suggestion, please throw it in the comments. Let me know. We will probably have the opportunity to clear out a lot of stuff in some of these ships that we've attached. But again, still a lot of work. Still a lot of work to be done. But Shepherd's Pride has grown immensely. And she can defend herself pretty well. So, as we planned without forewarning. I think she looks good. I think it'll be neat. Yeah. Gyro suggestions. Great. I'll start trying to come up with some ideas myself. Like I said, I can fill the spaces with them. Don't get me wrong, I can do that. I don't know if that's really what we want to do. So, we'll see. Anyway, not the greatest video, I'll say. Not the greatest playthrough, but we did get a lot done. That's really about it. Hope you guys liked it. Again, there's a possibility. I've mentioned weather we're expecting this weekend. It's actually probably not supposed to roll in until early Sunday morning rather than Saturday. It's going to start Saturday night and work its way across, or Saturday afternoon-ish, start working its way across. And if it does end up being as bad as it's forecast it could be, there is a possibility we might be without power. So I will, of course, update using my phone. I'll put a post up if anything's going to keep us from doing any kind of stream on Monday or Tuesday. Wednesday is probably going to be out. Won't be able to do anything that day, but we'll see. Actually, Tuesday, we got a vet appointment. So let's see. Put in projector. Yeah. The whole long ship thing would be hassle to say. Hassle to say. Normandy will have a cockpit up front. Yeah. Yep. If it is putting the projector on would be too easy. Yeah. Hope they sort it out for you. The ship's coming along nicely. Catch you next time. Thanks, Morbin. Oh, want some thought in the placement of the gyros. Not just slap one here or there. Okay. And then batten down the hatches. Stay safe. Be well. I absolutely will. You guys too. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. And always, always be safe. Thank you so much, guys. Remember, close that visor. Get your dampeners. And I'll see you on the other side.